China's TikTok is considering separating from its parent ByteDance to help address U.S. concerns about national security risks. That's according to reports from Bloomberg. Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley has the latest on that story. Dan, what are you hearing?
That's right, Rochelle. According to this report, TikTok could end up being divested from ByteDance, or ByteDance could divest TikTok. And TikTok could end up being worth between $40 and $50 billion. The big deal here is that U.S. regulators and politicians are unsure of whether or not TikTok is a national security threat, or if it's just a benign social media app. I think really what we're hearing is that it is, from at least the politicians' perspective, a threat. From the experts that I've spoken to, though, it really isn't. It's more of just a regular social media app that collects data as any other app does. And I think, when you're looking at stuff like this, the main concern I think that people have is that there's no really any kind of data privacy protection in the U.S., and that could solve a lot of these problems. But here, they're talking about divesting TikTok. This has been something that, politicians have been calling for some time. TikTok has resisted. ByteDance basically saying, look, this is our company. Why do we have to ditch it and set it separate? But really, I think the issue comes down to whether or not there's going to be data privacy protection and what that means as far as, what politicians are willing to put up with from American companies as well.
Well, hopefully we should be getting some of that clarity. I mean, what can we expect from TikTok CEO Shou Zi Cruz's testimony on Capitol Hill next week?
I think what it's going to be is a lot of political grandstanding. I think, there's bipartisan support for a ban on TikTok nationally. So you don't expect it to be a welcoming environment. I think the questioning will be rather hostile. There'll be probably questions about whether or not data is shared with the Chinese government on Americans, what the progress of their move to having American information on American servers has been. But I don't necessarily know if it's going to be a very substantive hearing, just because of the kind of rhetoric we've seen from politicians and regulators on TikTok. Again, there's been no solid proof brought forward that the app actually is a threat to Americans or national security for that matter, but they're going to be really going into the lion's den here.
Indeed. I'm sure a lot of other social media companies watching and waiting to see what happens there, see if they can benefit from that. Yahoo Finance's tech editor, Dan Howley, thanks so much.